They made one fatal mistake. They crossed Naoya Inoue by putting hands on his father. What followed was a ruthless display of violence that shocked the boxing world. The story goes back to 2017, when Inoue entered the World Boxing Super Series, chasing his second bantamweight world title. In the quarterfinals, he sent a chilling message to the rest of the division with a brutal first-round knockout. From that moment on, fear spread through the tournament. But the real turning point came in the semifinals against undefeated Emmanuel "Manny" Rodriguez. The Puerto Rican champion had never touched the canvas and believed Inoue would be just another victim. That confidence turned into arrogance during pre-fight workouts when Rodriguez's coach, a towering figure covered in tattoos, aggressively shoved Inoue's coach, who was also his father, Shingo Inoue. Naoya stood silently with his arms crossed, already knowing what would happen next. Shingo later called the incident completely ungentlemanlike. From that moment on, the fight became personal. Though Rodriguez wasn't the one who shoved his father, he would pay the price inside the ring. At the face-off, Inoue's eyes said everything. With Rodriguez's IBF title and Inoue's BA belt on the line, the stakes were massive. On May 18, 2019, in Glasgow, Scotland, the monster was finally unleashed. Rodriguez came in undefeated and full of belief, marching forward as if he were a genuine threat. But Naoya Inoue wasn't rushing anything. Like an assassin studying his target, he calmly analyzed every movement, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The opening seconds were explosive. Both men traded shots, toe-to-toe, with Rodriguez trying to prove he belonged. Inoue answered with vicious hooks, scrambling Rodriguez's senses and turning the first minute into a brutal firefight. Heavy shots ripped through Rodriguez's body and head, drawing gasps from the crowd. Refusing to back down, Rodriguez tried to trade power for power and even had the nerve to chase Inoue around the ring. That arrogance sealed his fate. Every punch the Inoue threw landed with frightening force, like a heavyweight crashing into a bantamweight. By the end of the first round, Rodriguez was battered but falsely confident, believing he had survived the monster's worst. That illusion vanished quickly. Entering round two, Inoue's corner urged him to unleash his most dangerous, the left hook. Rodriguez pressed forward once again, and this time he paid for it. A perfectly timed left hook snapped his jaw and sent him crashing to the canvas for the first knockdown of his career. He beat the count, but his nose was shattered. Inoue wasn't finished. Moments later, he ripped a brutal liver shot into Rodriguez's body, folding him in the corner and dropping him a second time. Barely standing, Rodriguez rose again, his face showing the agony of someone being systematically broken. Then came the final punishment. A third crushing left hook floored Rodriguez once more, and this time he couldn't recover. The undefeated champion was demolished in just 2 rounds. Inoue had not only taken Rodriguez's IBF title, he had made a statement. Later, Inoue admitted that seeing his father disrespected had fueled his ruthless performance. With the victory, he did devastating shots of his own, even breaking Inoue's orbital bone. Neither man took a step back. In round 9, the only time the monster has ever been visibly shaken. Still, Inoue adapted, slipping punches and fighting through pain. In round 11, Inoue the few men to withstand the monster for 12 rounds. Inoue won by unanimous decision, later revealing he had fought with a broken orbital bone and broken nose. 3 years later, they met again. This time, it was different. Inoue was sharper, faster, and far more calculated. Donaire quickly realized he was facing an evolved version of the monster. A clean right hand dropped him, and in round 2, a ruthless barrage of hooks ended the rematch in brutal fashion.
But the destruction didn't end with titles or trophies. What truly separated Naoya Inoue from everyone else was the fear he instilled long before the opening bell even rang. Fighters didn't just prepare for him, they survived training camps hoping to escape permanent damage. Every opponent knew that stepping into the ring with the monster meant risking more than a loss. It meant risking their pride, their health, and sometimes their career. Inoue's ability to switch from calm technician to ruthless finisher is what makes him terrifying. 1 second he's measuring distance with surgical precision, the next he's detonating hooks that shut off the body and scramble the brain. There's no wasted movement, no reckless aggression, only calculated violence. What makes his story even chilling is that he doesn't fight with hatred in his heart, he fights with purpose. When his family was disrespected, he didn't argue or threaten, he waited. And when the moment came, he delivered punishment inside the ring where words no longer mattered. After dismantling elite champions and avenging personal disrespect, Inoue proved he isn't just dominant, he's inevitable. Champions rise and fall, belts change hands, but monsters like this appear once in a generation. Every division he touches bends under his pressure, and every challenger leaves changed. As Naoya Inoue continues climbing weight classes and rewriting boxing history, one question remains unanswered. Who, if anyone, is brave enough or foolish enough to stand in front of the monster next? Because once the bell rings, there is no escape. 2 rounds. No doubts. Naoya Inoue had erased the past and cemented his legacy. Which fight was your favorite? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.